One. Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Carol with us, and she's a leadership coach, and she's involved. Her business is called Naked Leadership because she's looking into inside. Obviously, her clients are keeping their clothes on, so that's very important to mention as well. Carol, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Well, Tony, good morning. Thank you for having me here. And yes, I'm Carol Metz Murray, and I am a leadership coach and consultant as well as a professional speaker. And my business is all about leadership. It's self-leadership, and I launched the Naked Leadership Institute in the fall of 2022. Now, no worry, the Naked Leadership is all about you keep your clothes on because this is an inside job of developing your self-leader first and foremost so that then you lead yourself and you live your dreams.
Definitely. And can you tell us, please, as a leadership coach, how do you usually help your clients?
Well, I help my clients as a leadership coach by working with them to move them past fear and isolation and to create that safe, welcoming space where they truly feel heard, and then they can build up their confidence, let go of their fears, and build stronger relationships in all aspects of their lives to help them move forward in business and in personal lives.
Great. And then on top of that, you mentioned obviously that you've been, when we were in the green room before we started recording, you mentioned that you've been working in leadership coaching roles since the beginning of the 21st century. Can you tell us like what actually inspired you or motivated you to start doing this line of work?
My inspiration came from a kind of 20-second decision in my life where I was in leadership, but I had really put myself in a position of I'd become a workaholic and many other things led to that. And I had completely destroyed both my physical health, my mental health, and I was in tatters. And I had my doctor say to me, Carol, if you don't deal with this, I'll make you deal with it. And in those 20 seconds, I realized that if I didn't take care of myself, I was destroying myself. And that at that moment, I said I needed to shift and change my life. And that was the beginning of my discovering who I am as that leader and the self journey to become that naked leader. And when I say naked leader, it meant really having a look at who I was, what I was, how I had become who I had become, and stripping all of that away to allow me, the authentic me, to step forward, to be vulnerable, and really be there in my true essence. So that's it in a very short nutshell.
Okay, thank you for that. And then on top of that, like, what's one main thing that inspires you when it comes to working with your clients or doing the work that you're doing?
What inspires me is to be what I refer to as a people possibilities alchemist, to work with somebody and be their guide as they discover the naked leader within. As I had a person come to me and they had a dream of building two businesses. And they had been told their whole life, just go get a job. You're crazy to want to be an entrepreneur. And I worked with them. I listened to them. I held space for them and walked the journey with them. and they have two successful businesses running at the same time. And their response to me was, "Thank you, Carol, for believing in me when no one else would." So, in essence, when I say I hold the space for my clients, I am there for them 150% because they have greatness inside of them that needs to come out.
Wow. So you basically help people discover their greatness and go after it.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And on top of that, if someone wants to actually, someone watching us wants to actually get in touch with you, learn more about you, connect to you, how they can do that?
They can do that two ways. They can find me on LinkedIn. They can go to my LinkedIn profile, which is Carol Metz Murray, or they can find me on my website, which is also carolmetzmurray.com.
Okay, fantastic. Carol, thank you so much for being a guest today, and thank you for sharing your tips and your knowledge. Thank you all for watching and listening. If you had some questions for Carol and me, you can leave them in the comments below this episode. And on top of that, you can like this episode and subscribe, and see you all in the next episode. Again, Carol, thanks a lot for being a guest, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.